Really? You're good. Yeah, really.
Okay, Mom, we'll record more.
Siblings, 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 siblings. This is my sister.
This is my brother.
We are siblings and we care for each other. Everything we own,
We always share
because we are siblings and we have the same hair.
Where all those sound stages were, and we are entering the back lot, and this is where we film the big stuff, exterior shots on a grand scale. Much of this area is made up of facades, which is just the front and sides of the building and nothing behind it. All we need is what the camera is going to see, and then the interior of those facades would be built inside of a sound stage. So an actor would enter one of those, and then they would cut, and the interior of that structure would be inside of a sound stage. But a big part of this area we call New York Street, and since my co-host Jimmy has spent a lot of time in New York, let's hear from him.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City.
Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
It's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
So some recent things to film here on New York Street. American Ninja Warrior films here. They set up their obstacle courses up and down New York Street, as well as Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, starring Jason Statham and Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Idris Elba. They filmed here as well. The opening scene here, as well as the ending scene, and another scene in the middle, all took place here on New York Street. And it's right now the #1 movie at the box office, so it's kind of exciting that they use this set so much. And you may notice that we call this area New York Street, but you won't see anything here that is unique to New York. There's no Empire State Building or anything else New York specific. And that's so this set remains neutral enough that a production could come in and make changes to transform this into whatever metropolitan city their film requires at any given time. For example, this was Baltimore, Maryland in the 1960s for out here on these metropolitan sets.
Good morning, Baltimore. Every day's like an open door. 360.
Swing me at now.
There's a lot of musical theater history out here in addition to Hairspray Live. Newsies filmed here on New York Street with Christian Bale and David Moscow, as well as Annie, shot here on New York Street as well. And our very tram had a cameo recently in Will and Grace, which shot in...
Directors. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. Yeah! Action! I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up an adventure. Cole literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
So as we head on and approaching Skull Island, just a reminder to stay seated for your safety and hang on to your belongings and loved ones because you never know what is going to happen here in Skull Island.
There's none like this before.
The Universal Tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife of Skull Island. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We're just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film. And this is, another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the creatures and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie. Okay, glasses on everybody. We're back in Skull Island.
That was King Kong 360 3D. What you just saw was projected on some of the largest 3D digital screens in the world. They're more than 180 feet long and more than 40 feet tall. And for that film, Peter Jackson collaborated with Weta Digital. Weta has won 6 Academy Awards, and they have worked on films like The Jungle Book, King Kong, and The Lord of the Rings trilogy. Weta and Peter Jackson go way back. They worked together on the film The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox, one of my favorites.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know where people are looking. They're looking straight ahead. They're looking at the shot that we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts. Because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting it to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
for the original King Kong in the 1930s. King Kong was an 18-inch tall puppet. At the time, that was considered advanced special effects, and the film took over a year to complete. So special effects have definitely come a long way. Now you may have noticed during that film that part of our tram got pulled into the action Poor Car 5, and that made our tram a picture car. Any car that appears on film in a TV show or movie, and not just car, it could be a bus, a train, even an airplane or a bicycle. If it appears on film, then it becomes a picture car. And some picture cars are so memorable and recognizable, they become even more famous than the actors driving them. So right up ahead on our left, we are going to check out some of Universal's famous picture cars.
Look out!
Back to the future. Back to the future. I think so. Yeah, Fast and Furious.
Now this gyrosphere from Jurassic World never had a glass on it. If it did, you would see the reflection of the crew and the director in the glass. So that was actually put in post-production. And this heavy-duty tank from Transformers looks like it is a military steel tank, but it's actually made out of plywood with a fancy paint job. A lot lighter and a lot easier to move around the set. Now up ahead we have some vehicles and set pieces from one of Universal's most beloved franchises.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
That never gets old. The most recent installment, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, came out last year with Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt. It was a lot of fun. If you haven't had a chance to see it, I highly recommend it. But we do have a treat. We actually have some dinosaurs in these cages, which is pretty exciting. They appear to be empty. Okay, that's a little strange. They were here for my last tour. They probably just got moved. I'm sure we have nothing to worry about, or they would have redirected the tramps. We'll just keep moving. So here on the left, this is a mobile lab that appeared in the Lost World Jurassic Park, and it dangled precariously off of a cliff with Julianne Moore inside. But that wasn't a cliff. That was actually a parking structure here at Universal Studios, dressed to look like a cliff. Uh-oh, there they are. Oops. Sorry, folks. Don't worry, they're just a little poisonous. We really have a dinosaur problem here. We've got to get that under control. Now, let me show you what that mobile lab looked like in the Lost World Jurassic Park that we just passed. But now we are heading out of the Jurassic era and into Old Mexico. We are going to travel all over town today without leaving the studio. Now, many things have filmed in Old Mexico, like Three Amigos, starring Chevy Chase, Martin Short, and Steve Martin. Scenes for Westworld, Lady Gaga's music video for Judas, filmed all over Old Mexico. And Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti, Amanda Bynes, and Frankie Muniz. But here we're going to do a little weather demonstration. If a film calls for inclement weather, like a storm, filmmakers have to create and control it. So we're going to show you an example of what that might look like here. So we have a strobe light effect for lightning and a recorded sound effect for thunder that would be added in post-production. And we have overhead sprinklers for rain. And they shoot the water up kind of subtly so that it can fall naturally to the ground as rain would. and then the cameras shoot just below the sprinkler heads. And these drops of water are larger than the average drop, and they have light shining on them to make them easier to capture on film. Rain is surprisingly hard to see falling on film. So I think you guys get the idea, and we'll be moving on. Do you hear something? Uh-oh. That flash of flood you just experienced is comprised of thousands of gallons of water that are released from the top of the hill. They're collected at the bottom and sent back up to the top for the next flash flood. And that very effect and set was in Big Fat Liar.
You can't outrun a wolf, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Hang on, funny folks!
But now we are heading out of Old Mexico and moseying on into the Old West. Call this area 6 Points, Texas. And there was a huge production here last summer, and the film just came out, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino, starring Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Margot Robbie. And they used these Western sets last summer for about a month. And what was neat about how they used them was that they were using them as the set of a TV show in 1969. So they used the natural backdrop of the studio. So you can see the studio and sound stages in the back of some of the shots in the film and the very path we're on for the studio tour. So it's pretty exciting, and they kind of added to these Western sets to make them accurate for the Old West, but also for what a set would look like in the late 60s for the Old West on the set of a TV show. I just saw it last night. It's really good. I mean, a little scary, for maybe not for everyone, but it's a good one. So now on our left, we call this area Park Lake, and some of our monster movie history took place here. Creature from the Black Lagoon filmed here. But now we are at about the halfway mark of our tour, so just want to remind everybody to stay seated during the entire tour. The studio is private property, and if you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the red cord to get my attention and I'll be back to assist you. But do remain seated on the tram. Now this production you can see to your left, this is all for the TV show Hallmark's Home and Family. And they film here most weeks, Monday through Friday. And what's neat about this production is the whole production is right here. They edit here, the dressing rooms and costume department is here. Everything they need for the whole production is in this area, which is pretty unique to this production for Hallmark's Home and Family. It's a fun DIY craft show on the Hallmark Channel. Stay seated for your safety. Hang on to your belongings. Expect the unexpected. Now a hot set is a set that is all ready for filming. Everything is in place and ready to go. They just need the actors, the crew, and a director to yell action. Now, as you can see, we are in a metropolitan subway, and details indicate that we are in San Francisco, but those details could be changed, and this set painted to transform this into really any metropolitan city. Oh, sorry, folks, just a little tremor. Okay, so they could change those details, but all right, it might be a little bigger than I thought. Hang on, everybody.
Before, but that's real fire.
earthquake's over, we'll try to move out of here. Oh no, it looks like a water main broke.
No, no, no. No, no, no.
Congratulations, everyone. You just survived earthquake, the big one. That earthquake simulates an 8.3 earthquake on the Richter scale. And that very set was used for an episode of Bones starring Emily Deschanel and David Boreanaz, which included an earthquake scene. Let's take a look.
Oh, okay.
What's going on?
Let's get out of here! The water main just broke!
By the beach and visit Amity Island. And I know what you're thinking, Sarah, isn't there a shark terrorizing beachgoers? But as you can see to the right, the shark has been caught. Just a reminder to stay seated, of course, for your safety. And just enjoy the oh no. Oh no. I think there's another shark. I see a fin. And there's my friend George doing one last sweep of the water. Don't worry, he's a professional.
That nigga dead.
Folks, I am so sorry you had to see that, but you know, George had a lot of guts to be out there, which we just saw, and he was doing what he loved. That's all that matters. We are just going to pull behind this dock. We are perfectly safe on the tram. We are on dry land. What could go wrong?
Wala yan nun. Wala yan nun, no?
Sana takuha ko rin sa side na yun. Yung shark sa harapan.
The mechanical shark you just experienced works a lot better than the shark that was used.
Stage crew, let's clear the set, please.
Let's get my extras over here. Extras to your places.
to Universal's Animal Actors.
Hi, my name's Danica, and I'm an animal trainer here at Universal Studios Hollywood. This is my friend Sahara. She's an African fennec fox. You can see her in the movie Birds of Prey.
Si Kimberly parang may pagka-fox.
I always loved animals, but it wasn't until I got my first job as a dog trainer.
Animal trainers, Miss Danica Mertz.
Wow! Hi! Thank you! Welcome to Universal's Animal Actors. My name is Danica, and this is my best friend Harper. Harper and I both work for a company that's been training animals for movies and television for over 40 years. Something you may not know is that many of your favorite animal stars actually come from rescues and shelters. And just like Harper, they got their start right here on this stage in front of a live audience. A little bit later in the show, we're going to show you what Harper and her friends... Hey! Get back here! Harper! Good job. Come here! Harper! Harper! You want to do this part? No? A little bit later, we're going to show you what Harper and her friends had to learn to get their big break, but until then, I guess she's done. Bye, Harper! We're going to get this show started with a little friend of mine from the movie Ace Ventura Pet Detective. This is Flappy. Hi, Flappy. Now, Flappy has been trained to fly from one person to another. To demonstrate this, I need an adult volunteer. It does have to be an adult. Some of these front two middle sections would be preferred. How right here in the Gryffindor shirt, you gotta get stand up, stay where you are, and take out a $1 bill. The reason why I asked him for $1 is because Flappy doesn't know him and may feel uncomfortable flying with someone he doesn't recognize. As seen in this clip from Universal's Zone Almighty, the trainer birds to fly to a common object. It can be anything, but here at the show we use $1. Got $1? Great, you're gonna fold it in half. And one more time. Put it between two fingers with your arm straight out to the side. Flappy's gonna see that. Know exactly where to fly. Pose for some photos. Thanks, gross out. Over here with a $20 bill. Don't worry, we'll put that back to you. Go ahead and stand up again. We're gonna make it a little bit easier for Flappy, so put both arms out. Now you flop real hard, flying down here and get it. Just one arm out, palm up like a little landing pad. Stay very still. Flappy's been a good sport. Go ahead and take it right back. Breathe down, get it. And both sides of Flappy.
Imagine that was straight. Imagine that was straight.
Check it out, that's our stage hand. Not only do we get to work with cute little birds like Flappy, but sometimes we get to challenge ourselves with something larger, like a bird of prey. As seen in this clip from Universal's Lady Hawk, Matthew Broderick catches that hawk with precision and grace in a spectacular feat of flight. We'd like to recreate a little bit of that movie magic. If you focus your attention to the small closed box in the top corner of the arena, you might recognize a star flying down from the movie 3:10 to Una. Ladies and gentlemen, remain seated and watch your heads. This is Arrow. Nice flying from Arrow. Awesome catch, Jesse. That was great. Oh, yeah, wait, come back over here. I just had a good idea. This guy right here in the Gryffindor shirt, he's got a $1 bill. You want to take it out and try it with this bird? No, he's not falling for it. Smart guy. Thanks, you too. Arrow's a captive-bred African otter buzzard. That's part of the raptor family. A group of birds that consists of hawks, kites, falcons, vultures, eagles, and owls. We'd like to introduce you to a cousin of Arrow's in a rare close-up appearance. Nothing out of Olympus. Are both Eurasian eagle owls. You might recognize them from the Harry Potter movies. They've also been featured in episodes of Bones, CSI, and most recently they filmed an Audi commercial. While these birds are not endangered, many of your native species are. So we here at Universal ask you to do your part to ensure that beautiful, majestic creatures, just like these two, will never become endangered. How about a big round of applause for Iris and Open? Thanks for bringing it out, ladies. I'd like to take this moment for you to meet a friend here at Universal. This is Sweet Pea. a strong current of wind. Once in flight, we can swap out that green screen for any background we'd like. Take a look at the center to see how it appears in the movies. Wow, that was a fantastic flight from Baby. Thanks, you two. Now, one of the most common questions we get asked here at the show is how do you get your dogs to land a role in a movie or television series? Well, it all starts out with some basic training. To help demonstrate that, welcome out a brand new animal star with his trainer, Jesse. This is Bruno.
Thanks, Danica. Hi, everyone. Now, like Danica said, our dogs need to know a variety of basic behaviors using both hand cues and verbal cues. I'm going to show you a couple with Bruno here. He is fairly new, so I'm just going to show you all the stuff that he does know. Lost my dog. Hey, Bruno, put your nose away. Come here. It's time to do a show. Oh, you found a goodie. What'd you find? Hey, come here. Come here. Good. Stay. Very nice. Thank you for paying attention. We always start at stay. Good. Sit. Good boy. Speak. Very nice. On your feet. Stay. I'm going to use a couple just by hand cues. See how he does. What is that? That's like a half side. Very nice, Bruno. That was perfect.
It's okay,
Thank you. Very proud of him. Good job. Now, once he's mastered these basic behaviors, we can move on to something a little bit more difficult, and that is called the workaway. But to help demonstrate that, I do need help from a young lady. Are there any little girls out there not afraid of animals who like to come and help me out? Keep your hands raised. Keep your hands raised, please. Not you. Okay, everyone's pointing at you. You're wearing a white shirt and some sparkly writing. Come on down. I'm going to meet you up here at these stairs. Hi.
Oh my god.
What's your name?
Sitlali.
Sitlali, and where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, California.
Welcome home. Have a seat in this chair, please. We're an actress. I'm going to get Bruno in place. Now, one of the very first things we teach our dogs is something called a mark. It's a simple black circle just like this. I can place this anywhere on the movie set and it will tell Bruno exactly where he needs to be in any given scene, just like their human counterpart. You ready? Bruno. Hi. Get on your mark, please. Okay. Good. Sit. Very nice. Now the workaway is important on the movie set because we can't always be in front of our dogs. Sometimes we have to be off camera, somewhere where they can't see us, but they can still hear us. Now I want to make it look like he's interacting with our actress, someone he's never met before. So I'm going to take one of his favorite doggy treats, place it in front of our actress for Bruno to focus on. Then I can stand behind him only using my verbal commands sometimes, and that's why we call this behavior the workaway. It's very important on the So, Molly, these are for the dog. It's really gross. Stay. This is the workaway. Watch it. Watch it. Sometimes he fixes himself. I'm just going to go into it. Good. On your feet. On your feet. Hello. Oh, we're dead. Straighten up. On your feet. Good. Where's your mark? Where's your mark? Where is it? Good. Sit. Lie down. Now side. Your nose. Straighten up. On your feet. Good. Quietly sit. Sit. On your feet. Sit. Lie down.
Come on, dog. You can show.
On your feet. Back up. Back up. Back up. You can do it. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. You can do it. Back. Bruno. Back up. Back up. What a second in front of him. Ryan, I know what we're doing. I know you're excited, huh? Oh,
applause for our actors. You're welcome. Not only do our animal stars have to take directions from us trainers, but sometimes they have to take them straight from the actor themselves. So for this part, I need another volunteer, perhaps a young boy this time, someone out there not afraid of dogs who wants to work with our... You're out there, you're pointing at yourself, you have a gray t-shirt on with, I think, oh, all the way up there, sorry, honey. All the way up there. I'll take you for the next part, okay? Don't forget. Come on down. Hi there. Welcome. What's your name? And where are you from? Well, welcome to Hollywood. Come on over here. You're going to have a seat in our chair. Right here. Perfect. Now that we have our actor, all we need is his animal co-star from the TV show Raven's Home. This is Muggsy. Hi, Muggsy. Okay, this is simple. Backstage, we have a huge pile of clothes. Anything you can think of. Hat, shirt, shoes. We just need you to think of 2 items. You're going to tell him to Muggsy, and he's going to go backstage and get what you asked for. You got 2 in mind? All right, Muggsy, you're the man. Get on back there. Now, folks, I know what you're thinking, but this is not a trick. It is a trained behavior. He's back there, and he's brought you out a hat. Did you ask for a hat, yes or no? Wow, we got the first one right. Good job, Muggsy. You're so smart and handsome. Here you go. Okay, get on back there. Get that second one. Once he gets the first one right, he never misses the second one. I cannot wait to see what he brings out for you. Wait a minute, Muggsy. Where'd you get this? I'm so sorry about that. That's Muggsy's girlfriend. But you did an excellent job, so go ahead and stand up and wave your Hollywood fans big wave. Sit down. Nice. Sit. Good boy, you're well trained. Here's your treat. I'm kidding, you don't want to eat that. But you did an excellent job, so come on over here with me. We're going to make you a trainer for a day as well and give you a Universal Express pass. Big round of applause for our first actor. Hey, did you want to come up now? Yeah, come on in. We have our stuntman. Hello. And what's your name? And where are you from? It's not important. Come on over here. This way. Oftentimes on sets, our directors want our dogs to do things they may have never seen or done before, such as going on, over, around, or through things. It's our job as their trainers to help them through that, and what better way to demonstrate it than with a friendly competition. Please help me welcome out 2 of our favorite animal stars. We have Trip and Riley. We're going to split the audience in a cheering section. The audience, you'll be cheering on Team Trip. It's that handsome retriever. You might recognize him. He played Bailey in A Dog's Purpose. When I say action, I need you to cheer for Trip as loud as you can. Let's give it a try. Lights, camera, action! Okay, you guys heard what you're up against. You are going to be cheering on the handsome Riley. He's that Australian Shepherd, and you recognize him from the movie Show Dogs. You know what to do. Lights, camera, action! Let's explain our scene. One by one, our director wants our dogs to jump over our human hurdle. Weave through these poles, shoot through that tunnel, jump back over our stuntman, and finish off by ringing that bell. Trip's getting a place to go first, and he loves the encouragement, so let's hear it. Lights, camera, action! Put that dog on decaf. Okay, Riley's up next. He's ready, he's in place, and he's a high flyer. Look out. Lights, camera, action! He's hit all the poles. Okay, he's been through the tunnel. Nope. You want to try that all over again? Stand up for me. Well, you know, that'll just dry in no time. You were a fabulous stuntman. Come on over here with me. Of course, you're not going home empty-handed either. We're going to make you a trainer for a day and give you your Universal Express pass. Big round of applause for our second actor. Thank you.
He got hurt jumping over the cage.
jump over anything. You okay?
Hang on.
He's dead now. Help. Okay, hey, trainers, anyone back there? We need some help out here. No, okay. Wait. I have a great idea. We're just gonna run a CAT scan. Yeah, CAT scan works every time. We'll find out exactly what's wrong with Grant. It's not what I was talking about. Slow down. No! Tina, did you see what Riley said? Noel, did you run past you? Okay, let me get back out here. You guys, did anyone see Riley run back in front? We really want to get him back out here. He said that also. I'm so sorry. You cannot be Riley stuck double. You look nothing alike. How did you do that? Well, there he is. I'll bring you back. Okay, you know what, folks? Remain calm, remain seated. I promise we're trained professionals, but you got it from back there. Hey, you forgot your stuffed animal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Universal's Animal Actors.
How about a big round of applause for our animal stars and their trainers? On your way out, come on down and say hi. We hope you have a great rest of your day here at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. Bye!
The future. The polar ice caps have melted, and the continents are deep beneath the waves. The survivors live on these floating fortresses known as atolls in this place called Waterworld. Brave explorers voyage in search of the legend of Dryland, the last remaining on the planet. But the Deacon, maniacal leader of a group of evil raiders called Smokers, is determined to find Dryland first. He's ensured that no explorer has ever returned until now.
Matt, what is it? It's a woman. Looks like it's Helen. Return signal. Open the gate.
Close the gates! Matt, keep a lookout.
Helen.
Saves! Come help me!
Helen, it's great to see you alive. Where have you been?
Well, feast your eyes on this.
This is pure dirt. How did you come by?
I've been to Dryland.
Dryland Fabricators on it! Alex, it's too late, get down!
I'm Tiger Woods. Hey, who's got that golf ball? Hold that thing up nice and high. Look at that, the little kid's got my golf ball. No, it's okay. We might need these people. Bag this. Did that hurt? Walk it off. Brothers and sisters!
Hey, Deacon! I'm here! You hear that? These people are not your brothers and sisters! These people are with me!
Yeah! Shut him up!
No one shuts me up!
Shut up! Where was I? All right. Dance with the children, you poor lost souls on this big floating pile of sheet metal. The provider has spoken, and he tells me personally that somebody around here knows the way to dry land. Dry land, we're going to pay them, drive it, tax it, and tie it. Speak to your boat. When you use it, cruise it, fill it, drill it, and build an 18-hole monument to my beloved self.
You'll never find dry land, Deacon. I won't let you. And neither will the Mariner.
The Mariner? Hey, Chuck, shut the gate. Are you talking about your boyfriend? Your half-man, half-fish boyfriend, the guy that poked out my eye?
That poked out his eye! He loved that eye! That was his favorite eye!
Bring me that girl. Bring her right over here, please. Hi. May I offer you a smoke? Wait a minute, I'm not finished talking to you. Don't walk away from me. So tell me something, do you like games?
No.
Oh, you don't? You don't like games at all? Well, that's a strong maybe. You said pretty forcefully. You okay?
No.
Guys, what have you got up there?
He's on an A-tower! And he's got dirt!
Is that right? That guy's got a big bag of dirt. Well, I need to know the way to dry land. So, we're gonna play a game. It's called The First One That Talks Lives.
You leave him alone. He doesn't know anything.
Good. That makes you the winner.
Hey! Don't tell that monster anything!
Monster. This guy is the loser. Drop him. That went well. You're gonna tell me we're dry landers, or you will be next.
Jet ski are approaching at high speed!
You got a gun up there?
He's gone!
Mind giving me some details?
He's gone under the water!
That'll mean a Mariner. The Mariner's under the water. You mind shooting at him? Guys, I need gunfire! It's okay, I'm still alive! Did I say anybody could leave before this party was over? No, you did not! Grace? Okay, Dad, you get the girl for me. Go, go, go! Serious. What are you doing, Nick? Oh my God, the Mariner's gonna be here. I can see him and I've got one lousy eye. You're gonna make that thing go a lot faster. Tiny, I'd like you to take this guy's head and remove it from his body, please. Tear it off. He's got guns, he's got water, and he's kicking our butts. Chuck! You got a plan, right? Right? You trained that guy.
You did, boss!
I was moved. She's getting away!
Are you alright?
Alan, what are you doing with a fish boy? He's not your kind? No, he doesn't have a kind. Let's fillet the flounder. I need fire. Chuck, we're gonna run over you. We need to... Go on, make your move. You're fired! You're hired again. Give me another weapon. You're the life of the party, aren't you? You're not going to destroy my plans for dry land, you gill-necked, mutated freak. That's all you are is a freak. I need a weapon. I need a weapon? Give me something. Somebody? How about this? Oh! Are you okay? You're an idiot. Well, come on, fish boy, let's go. Me and you. Man against fish. Come and get it.
Never go! Selena, first! Yeah, come on, Selena! I think we got him.
Helen! Stop kicking people. I want it dead, Chuck. Will you get up top and get that skyboat back in here, please? Oh! Seriously. What's wrong with you? I fixed the gun. Nick, duck! Sorry, gun's broken again. I need something bigger. Yes! Ask and you shall receive. Hey, fish boy. Look what I found. Big Bertha. Yeah, okay. Why don't you do me a favor and stand in one spot? Oh! I'm getting closer. Ooh! Okay, so you're gonna use Chuck as a shield? Good luck with that. Yes! Thank you. Get up. Get up. Come on, we gotta go. Somebody signal my plane. Somebody, bye. How do you like that? I think all of my men are dead.
Good!
Good. Okay, good comeback. I've got nothing. Climb the ladder for me, will ya? Faster. I got it. I got brand new vision just popped into my head. It's brilliant. Helen, you're gonna love it. Well, you'll like it. Okay, you'll get used to it. Pilgrimage to dry land. And by the way, you're coming along. Yeah, you're my map. What could possibly stop me now? Nope. Shut up! Go pack. Up at the plane. Marina! Pathetic. Turn that thing around, boys.
Marina! I'll get the boat!
The boat? No, you won't. You're not going anywhere. Not with a hole in your boat.
No. Oh, stop! Stop!
Get it! No. Hit my plane! Hero! Pull it up. Yay! Way to go! You killed my plane! You think you won? I got your woman and I killed your friends. So who's gonna stop me now? You? Yeah, right, I don't think so. You don't have a leg to stand on. No! Yes! I, Deacon of Waterworld, celebrate the birth of a new nation. Dry land is my destiny!
Hey, Deacon!
What? Oh. No. Helen! And you! I'm taking you with me!
Okay, you open the gate!
And so the Deacon's threat has ended, and civilization may start anew on dry land, while the mariner roams the 4 points of the compass on the endless seas of Waterworld.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Waterworld.
Matanda na yun, no? Galing doon, no? Tumalon. Already old, right?
From Fatal Funnel, Matt Baxter. From Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Matt LaRue. From coming to Ileana